Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. Thank y'all for still rocking with us as we progress throughout tonight's show. We got a hit from one of our longtime listeners, our brother Hakeem, checking us out. Hakeem said that he was enjoying the young ladies who were with us. He said that they reminded him of Alanis Morissette. So I know that is a supreme compliment. So we appreciate that, brother, for always being with us and always checking us out and always being so supportive of what we're doing here and challenging me. And if I say something that may or may not be something that he agrees with, he always makes a point of respectfully challenging me. And oftentimes if I see, the error in my rhetoric, I make sure that I give him his props, because oftentimes it's something that he says that has challenged me to rethink my position. And I appreciate the brother for doing that for me. And just got love for him. I step on Marcus J. Live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. All right, listen. Told y'all on the other side that we were going to talk about our president, Donald J. Trump. And I was going to ask the question, does he know Vladimir Putin? And so I got a clip in his own words. Of course, he's introduced by our brother and friend, Jimmy Kimmel. But this clip actually aired on Jimmy Kimmel's live show. And you hear Donald Trump in his own words tell us whether he knows Vladimir Putin or not. So we're going to listen to this clip, and then we're going to have a conversation about it. So take a listen, y'all. We'll be right back.
President Trump is mad as a hornet. He tweeted this morning, "I don't know Putin, I have no deals in Russia, and the haters are going crazy. Yet Obama can make a deal with Iran, #1 in terror, no problem." There actually was a time in our history when if a president used the phrase, "haters are going crazy," we might be alarmed. We might even be told to remain in our homes if the haters were going crazy. Can we show the photo of Obama again? Because he's never coming back. He did come back? All right. So Trump says he doesn't know Vladimir Putin. They did match up on Tinder. They went on one date. Says he has no deals in Russia. And if you can't take his word for it, take his other word for it.
What exactly is your relationship with Vladimir Putin?
I have no relationship with Putin. I have no relationship with Putin.
Do you have a relationship with Vladimir Putin?
I do have a relationship. I have nothing to do with Putin. I've never spoken to him. I don't know anything about him other than he will respect me. I got to know him very well because we were both on 60 Minutes. We were stablemates, and we did very well that night. We did 60 Minutes together. By the way, not together, meaning he was probably shot in Moscow.
Oh, he was in Moscow, you were in New York.
I was in Moscow a couple of months ago. I owned the Miss Universe pageant, and they treated me so great. Putin even sent me a present, beautiful present, with a beautiful note. I spoke to all of his people.
I spoke indirectly and directly with President Putin, who could not have been nicer. I don't know Putin. I have no idea. I never met Putin.
Have you met Vladimir Putin?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for clearing that up. So now he'll meet him. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel. If you like that, click the subscribe button below, and good things will happen forever.
Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. So we got a lot of questions that we need to ask. We need to ask them of our president, and we're going to ask them of each other. So we're going to get the crew back in, starting with you, Taku. Donald Trump is the president of the United States. I don't know if you voted for him. I do know that I did not. And I am very concerned about the direction of our country, because the election of Donald Trump has put a large portion of our country at odds with the other portion of our country. And the people who were screaming, "Lock her up, lock her up, lock her up," are largely the same people who want to wait out this Russia thing and see how it goes, as opposed to seeing little bits and pieces of evidence as it begins to come out. Let me just lay a couple of those pieces of evidence out before
Okay.
you. Before
no,
you,
you're
before
fine.
you,
I'm
before
listening.
you speak. One was Donald Trump last fall, before he was elected, allegedly had ties, and a lot of those clips you heard from him, a lot of those clips came from him being questioned during that period. Then we find out that his national security advisor, Michael Flynn, had conversations with the Russians that ended up leading towards his resignation / firing. Then we find out that Jeff Sessions, who is the attorney general, also had conversations, and he was able to get around some of those questions in his confirmation hearings. He's still got some issues, but he may be able to get out of this perjury thing. Then we know the Secretary of State, and I can't remember the guy's name, but he's the one that heads Exxon, was known to be very friendly with Russia, and he was given awards and stuff. And Sessions was actually given a hero's welcome over there in Russia as well. Then we find out that last fall in Trump Towers, Donald Trump's son-in-law had a meeting with the Russian diplomat with Michael Flynn in Trump Towers. Now, I don't know about you. I don't know where you live, but if you live someplace or if you own something and you got people there, it's a good bet that you're going to know that they're there. Would that be a fair assessment?
That's a very fair assessment.
And so my question is, what are your thoughts about this whole thing? I mean, there's many ways that I want to ask the question, but I'm going to stop talking and let you talk.
Oh, wow. Where do we begin sometimes, Marcus? It seems to me getting caught up on a lot of everything. No, I did not vote for Trump. Let's make that known right now. But judging by everything that has taken place before, during, and after these elections, it just seems to me, does he know Putin? It's kind of confusing. From where I'm sitting at, it's just kind of confusing because it's like once again, I'm looking at a situation where it's like they're trying to use the 52 fake out on a lot of everybody, and it's just separating everybody along these lines of on some ends have or have not. And once again, a situation where white privilege I may be wrong for saying, but it's like white privilege is basically sitting at the forefront once again in the fact that we got, and maybe in some way, shape, or form, that they are making strange bedfellows with Russia. Now, does he know Putin? I don't know. I don't know. It's just kind of like, once again, listening to those clips, it's like one big contradiction. I know I'm missing some stuff, y'all, because like I said, a lot of stuff is like, once again, coming back to my mind as I've listened to every piece of evidence. Is just looking at how Trump, knowing Trump's history and knowing how he is like, once again, another thing where it's like, it's just another flim flam on the people without regard to our intelligence.
Right. Didi, what you think? Donald Trump, does he know Vladimir Putin?
Yes, he knows him. Get the. Is that the one y'all can or cannot say?
We usually don't use it, but
that's messed up. I'm coming on All Throttle Thursday so I can say get the out of here.
Oh my!
Are you kidding me? He knows him. This man has been getting away with lie after lie after lie, lie after lie after lie, and it's like we know he's lying, but his people, they're just like, well, we know he's lying, but zippity-doo-dah, yes, he knows him. He's already proven that he knows him.
Right.
You think because you say, no, I don't know him, that means you don't know him? Really? He's already said he knows him. He's already admitted to knowing this man. So now he doesn't know him because he said I'm sorry, hashtag alternative facts, hashtag fake news.
Fake news. Fake news.
That's a great way to put it too, Didi.
Yeah.
Those are the hashtags.
Big Bro Joe.
Hash browns.
Does Donald Trump know Vladimir Putin?
See, I was gonna say something crash, but I'm not.
No,
Yeah, I would.
I'm a listen.
Yeah, I was about to go left. No, of course he knows him. He knows him. He knows him. And you know what? America's not stupid, but we can't do, or we're not doing anything about it. That's the whole thing in a nutshell. I mean, the games in and of itself are childish. To play on our intelligence as a people is stupid, but it is what it is right now. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're playing on our intelligence factor.
He got voted in because of that. These people,
Idiots.
these Trump supporters, they know he's lying, but they won't say it. They won't. Good morning,
You know
America.
why they can't
this
say it?
morning. Because then they'll be admitting they were wrong.
Exactly.
And they'll never do that. Never.
I mean, but isn't the security of our country more important than that? I mean, this is a dude who has time to tweet about The Apprentice and time to tweet about Saturday Night Live, but we're expected to believe that he didn't know that his son-in-law was meeting with a Russian diplomat in a building that he owns.
Please.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, that clip that I just played would be more than enough. I guess if I was a lawyer.
For impeachment?
Yeah, of course. But if I was a lawyer, I was going to say, like, reasonable doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Clinton got impeached for something way less important.
depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
I think it was less important.
Yeah, well, I respect
but it's
that.
funny that you make that analogy because Clinton lied. We know he lied.
Thank you.
They came back and said that he lied. He came back and rebutted, yeah, I lied.
Boom.
And it went on about his business. The 45th is sitting here
Lying.
once again just trying to play on our like it's going to go away. I guess if I keep saying it long enough, it'll go away. And you know what? If I don't answer it directly, it'll go away. And you know what? The American people are stupid, and
Taxes.
we're going to get rid of everything Obama did anyhow.
I'm glad that you said that,
Taxes.
Dee Dee, because I would be very curious. I mean, I've always been one that says show the taxes, and I'm curious to know if it's something in those taxes that would, confirm the connection. And I think it may potentially be even more sinister than that.
I do too. Now, how many other countries is he in league with?
Strange
Business
bedfellows.
business bedfellows.
Yes.
I'm sure China is one of them.
China.
I think he probably in there with North
China.
Korea too.
Probably. I'm sure there's some
It don't say made in China, made in North Korea.
nations that he's trying to block their people from coming over here, but he's probably still doing business with the main players.
Well, you notice that the main country that most of the 9/11 conspirators
Was
came
not
from
on the
it was
list.
not on the list.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's Saudi
Yeah.
Arabia.
Not on the
The
list.
Sudan.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because most of the countries that are on that list ain't never done nothing to us. You know what I'm saying? But they took Iraq off the list when they redid it today. Iraq wasn't on the list, so there's 6 countries. I can't recall them all, like Libya and Somalia and Iran. And
Well, I can tell you, what's funny to that is that those are the ones that are actually on the trade embargo list. That when you're banking,
Yeah.
if you
do, yes.
Yeah, I see where you're going with it, big bro.
You getting the
OFAC, excuse me.
OFAC.
OFAC.
You are getting. You probably get a knock on the door.
Yeah,
The bank
yeah.
might shut your bank account down.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I just, the diversion.
Yeah,
The
Yes.
diversion that
Yeah.
comes up now when we try to accuse, former President Obama of wiretapping. Like, what the hell is that about?
That was so dumb. Did he even respond? Because
Well,
I haven't
every
seen him
single-
say, has he? I think
I mean,
Obama
well,
said
through
somewhere like,
a spokesperson, he said,
Ninja, please.
"Nah, I ain't do it." But the crazy part about it is, like, everybody who would know all said that it didn't happen.
right.
Right.
Like national security, former national security advisors, head of the FBI, CIA, like all of these people's like, "Nah, son, you tripping."
Yeah, go ahead with that.
Yeah, go ahead with that.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I just, my biggest deal, honestly, y'all, is we got a large section of our country that is drinking the Donald Trump Kool-Aid. And those are the same people that you find yourself fighting with, whether it
Oh,
be
yeah.
in social media or whether it be the clips that you see of these people screaming folks out in stores and malls and telling them to go back to their country and all this kind of stuff. You know, it's crazy to me the privilege that you have that you would walk up to a stranger that you never seen before, whose story you don't know, and you would tell them, go back to your country. Like, my country is the country I'm in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, real talk. Because I tell you to go back to yours.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't know my story. You don't know if I immigrated here. You don't know if I was born here. How dare you? You know what I mean? And I think the president, not directly, but certainly indirectly, has inspired this thought process.
Nah, directly. Sorry.
You can make the direct argument. You can make the direct argument. But I'm saying indirectly simply because these are people now, white nationalists, who feel inspired by some of the things that he's done.
They've been waiting.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the irony that you have a large section of the country who thinks that George Bush got sense. Like, you remember how he was talked about 10 years ago?
Absolutely, man.
Whereas now, like, he actually is coming off like a jolly old granddad.
Yeah.
He's living and loving his life.
Have
right
you seen
now.
him?
He was on Jimmy Kimmel the other night.
He was on Ellen the other day.
God. He's just laughing.
All he do is smile and laugh and giggle.
Glad he is out of this mess.
Yeah, it's sad.
And he's painting now.
Yeah,
They just adopted another dog.
Wow.
Too. I heard that. Yeah.
But he's painting now. So he's, a serious man of leisure and has found his artistic niche.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Yeah,
and I've never seen Barack Obama so well rested and so happy.
Our president looking good right now.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like you said, he ain't coming back, and he like, y'all wanted him.
This is what you wanted.
You got him.
I mean, the reality is, America, y'all ain't got we ain't got nobody to blame but us. Like, for real. Like, we did this.
Wait a minute. No, I didn't do this.
You didn't
well, you know
do
what?
it.
I may have because I was a Bernie supporter. So.
I mean, the reality is, we don't have to
still
rehash.
want 'em.
We don't need to rehash the old, but
No.
the reality is,
please.
if Hillary Clinton wasn't so arrogant, she would have taken Bernie Sanders, and we wouldn't be in this mess.
Yeah, that I agree with 100%.
Yeah, we wouldn't be in this mess because the truth is, I didn't vote for her because I didn't like her either.
And Tim Kaine wasn't a bad.
Yes, he was.
Tim Kaine wasn't.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. You know why?
Because he wasn't Bernie.
Because he wasn't Bernie.
No.
And nobody knew who Tim Kaine was except for those of us in the great state of Virginia.
You're absolutely correct.
That's it.
Yeah, man.
Nationally, this man had 20-year-olds losing their shit over a 70-year-old man, and they was going crazy over him. He looked like the Muppet from in the balcony.
The old dude.
That's what Bernie Sanders looked like. But you know what? He
Yeah.
if we talking strategy and stuff, who knows if you can get the stuff that he was talking. But the reality is, he had the people riled up, and she didn't figure that she needed them. She
Exactly.
strategically failed, and then we ended up with Donald Trump. That, and then of course the Russians helping with the hacking.
Yes, they
Yeah.
did.
Because that's the story. But it's fake news though, so we
Fake
probably shouldn't
news.
talk about it.
Alternative facts.
It's alternative facts.
Well, I got a fact for you.
What's that?
The 45th is a liar.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
He said it. Because if you say it, then you.
Well, you know how we know he's a liar?
Yeah.
Like, we don't even
He
have
said
to
it.
debate the fact that we think he's a liar. We just played the clip that
That's
said,
it.
yeah, I know him. No, I don't know him. Yeah, I know him. I don't. Well,
But
which
he
is
said
it?
he's not. He said he doesn't know him. So that's what the answer is.
But what's the real answer though?
It's he knows him.
Well,
That's the real answer.
If he went, let's think about this though. The
Okay.
businessman that Trump is, and let's not take anything. Let's be real for a second. Let's not take anything away from. He's actually a shrewd business dude.
Right.
Everybody agree with me on that?
Absolutely.
No,
Absolutely.
I think he's just taking shrewd. I would say he's taking advantage of loopholes, just like.
That's shrewd.
That's shrewd.
That's being
Why
shrewd.
is that? That's shrewd, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
Well,
you can
when
say what you
I'm
want.
being shrewd,
You going to jail?
the
'Cause you ain't got
IRS is
enough money to back-
contacting.
Right, you don't have enough
money to back
zeros.
up your
You
shrewd.
don't have enough zeros in the bank, baby. You don't have enough. You don't have
It's
enough money.
about-
and you have far
Gotcha.
too much melanin for to be
Gotcha.
playing that
Yeah.
kind of game.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, he's shrewd.
Yeah.
All right.
You know,
Yeah,
I mean, but the
be
reality is, if you can flip $1 million into $1 billion, you got to be.
You're right.
Sort of, kind of.
You got to be
And
shrewd
still
when you
filed
do that.
bankruptcy. How many times? 8.
But see, the thing is,
And not
I think the filing bankruptcy thing is a misleading thing because he's filing on his businesses, not on himself.
Not his personal.
Oh,
But
yeah,
that's
of
the smart
course.
thing.
But that's the
Yes.
smart thing
Of
to
course.
do.
Absolutely.
Okay, back to the original point.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
The shrewdness.
Shrewd, yeah.
Yeah.
So think about it like this: if you're the shrewd businessman that you are, do you not believe that the president of the country knows you're in his country? I mean, we can look sideways if we want to,
Right.
but one of the shrewdest businessmen out here right now is in your country, in your hometown, talking to other people.
Oh yeah.
And you gonna tell me he
You didn't
doesn't know he's there and he's not gonna pull a meeting with him?
You think?
Oh, you know that.
I'm sure Putin knows everybody.
That's like
any American. That
I'm gonna
comes
use
in
it.
there.
I'm gonna use it the adage and maybe the host will not throw me out the house on this one, but you use the age-old adage in like, say we harken back to like American Pimp, cross country pimping. You know, if that brother is coming there and he's pimping in your city,
Yeah.
that y'all not gonna meet up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you
you
already
trying
know.
to knock,
pimping
you
in my
knocking
house?
these broads. Yeah,
Yeah.
We going to the streets.
same rules apply.
I mean, the reality is that's Maya Lansky and Lucky Luciano and Dutch Schultz and all of them.
Yeah.
Now
That's
sit down.
essentially what you just said.
Exactly.
and that's
Right.
some real talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know, man. I sometimes I feel like I'm beating a dead horse, but this is our ministry. Like we have to
No,
stand
it has to be spoken on.
on the mountain and scream to the top of our lungs to get folks to understand that this man is not good for our country.
No.
And if nothing more, he is going to taint our reputation and embarrass us. Because I saw an article in the newspaper, or online rather. Nobody reads paper anymore.
Not the way they pimp it at Walmart.
Yeah, I saw an article, and it was full of, you know how you have those political cartoons?
Yes.
It was a bunch of political cartoons from around the world. Not here in the States, but around the world. And they literally are laughing at us around the world because of who our president is.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah.
They're about to get away with murder, literally. They can do just about whatever now. He doesn't care about the national security of America. That's not what he cares
Ooh,
about.
I don't know. He just dumped another couple of billion in the armed forces.
Yeah, he did. And he
So
took
For what?
he took it from social services.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he also is going to take credit for the stock market increasing.
Yeah. And he's also talking about how the deficit has gone down, even though we're currently still under President Obama's budget.
Yes.
Play on words is a wonderful thing.
You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like, come on, man. Like, you don't get to do that.
Yeah.
I still don't believe he cares about the national security of this country. I really don't. I think. I mean, think about it.
Excuse me.
So he's giving money to the military. Who hasn't? I mean, of all the presidents, I mean, he's doing what everybody else is doing, but I don't think it's for our security, because if it was, all of his people wouldn't have been, talking to Putin, and he wouldn't have lied about it.
Why are you scared to say Putin? It ain't like he was Putin.
I'm not scared. I'm just
Putin.
talking slowly because
if his
of my
middle
dirty water.
if his middle name was Boris, his name would be Vladimir B. Putin.
That's right. Exactly. Exactly.
You like?
Who thinks it is?
You like that? Was that good?
And he looks
Hey.
like the dude off of Rocky and Bullwinkle
He
too.
does.
Yes, he does. He does,
Every
man.
time I see him, I think of that.
Yes.
Vladimir B.
Vladimir B. Putin. Yeah.
Yes.
He full of something, I swear.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
Lord.
let me
Yes,
ask you.
Lord.
Let me ask you a question, Didi. Didi and Nick, I got a question for y'all. Right? If you at work, right, and you go to your boss's office, you think it's okay to take off your shoes and crop your legs open and start
Lord.
taking selfies of the people he's in the meeting with?
I can tell you,
Is
my
that
boss
okay?
would faint before I would. That thing, he's so he's so frail.
With your legs cropped open?
That was so unprofessional. It
Shoes
was a
kicked off?
complete lack of decorum in the Oval Office.
Man.
Is that your deal?
Complete lack of decorum. It was disrespectful to the group that was there. It's just disrespectful to them. Why would you take a picture like that? She knew they were taking pictures.
And then you're taking a selfie with your feet on the tent. Really?
Now, the devil's advocate, because I know I've been talking to the devils. And the devil's advocate would say that she was asked to take that picture. To that, you guys say what?
Say what?
I believe that.
Wait a minute.
Well,
To take the picture with her legs?
Yeah, I
on
believe
the
that.
sofa
The
with her-
selfie.
I believe
To
that.
take the selfie.
She was asked to
Yes.
take. She was asked to take that picture.
I believe that.
I have not seen the selfie.
But my thing is
I
that
haven't seen that one.
There's a picture. There's the picture that's been floating around.
With
around.
the HBCU presidents in the
And then-
background,
and then there's
she's on the
another,
sofa.
and then there's another picture of her with the phone,
right,
taking a
the
picture.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen that
Yes.
one.
Does that change anything, Neek?
no, it doesn't change anything.
She
That
could have
shows no
easily
respect.
just said, "Wait a minute,
Wait
let
a
me
minute.
get
Let me
myself
get myself
together."
together. Exactly. I agree with Dee Dee. Let me get myself together.
I'm in the Oval Office.
Thank you.
And that's
I
what I'm
said that
saying.
before. You disrespected the Oval Office.
I'm not. It's not even about.
You're not in your living room.
Yeah.
You're not at grandma's house. You're not at Uncle Jim's house.
But you know what's funny?
are in the Oval Office.
It's funny though, because if you got your feet on grandma's couch, she might snatch a ball
Shoot.
spot.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Oh, absolutely.
I wouldn't take a picture with my shoes off in my grandma's house on
Okay.
her coach on her sofa either.
All right.
Hey,
First of all, we don't get to sit on the sofa.
thank you.
Still.
In the living room.
Still. And she didn't
In
go.
the living room.
Still.
Look, that's what I was about to say. My grandmama.
Only
been
thing you
gone.
did was dust that room, that living room, and leave it
You
as
better
such.
take your picture in the doorway.
Yep.
Unless that couch had plastic on it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
I
Still
think
don't get the ticket.
we dating ourselves.
Yeah, we are.
I don't
Yeah.
care.
And we get
I'm
stuck
trying
to
to
it.
drive home a point.
Yeah.
That's
Yes, go
just
ahead.
disrespectful. She could have easily have said, wait, let me get myself. I would have. I wouldn't have
Exactly.
wanted to take a picture like that.
Right.
And
No.
let me, look like something. Oh my goodness.
Well, think
Heck.
again. What is? Look at
but then
the
look at
people
her.
that she. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Look at who he has around him. Certain people. First of all, if you don't know what your role is, if you don't know your role,
Come on.
I mean, if you trailer park, then you trailer park.
Okay,
You
wait a
do
minute.
stuff
Wait,
like
wait,
that.
wait, wait, wait. But when they were introduced to the White House, and then I should say ushered into the White House, they have their assistants. They have people that handle their wardrobe, their makeup, their PR. They have the PR for the PR.
Now you say that, and I think about her.
Okay. But
She paying
did
all
at
the
any point did you ever see when Michelle Obama was doing
Nope.
any of her stuff, when she was trying to get the kids to exercise, when she was trying to get the kids to eat healthier, being out in the garden?
They
Did you-
said, "How dare you?" when she did that.
exactly.
When she had her shoulders
When
out.
she had her
When it had her-
arms,
just her arms
her very toned
Toned
arms.
arms.
You would think that the people would aspire to be like her. You would think.
No, because that means you had to get credit where credit is due.
Yes, you have to give credit to
And
this
that's something
amazing
that,
black woman.
Something that they reluctantly do not.
But you know
want
what
to
though?
do.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Okay.
I am very proud to walk around with my fist in the air. Having said that, there are many times where there's certain situations where I don't even want to use the race card because to me it's just too easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's too easy. I don't want to use a race card. It's too easy. And this thing with Kellyanne Conway is one of them examples where, in my opinion, it's just too easy to use a race card and say that she's in this room full of HBCU presidents and she's disrespecting them. Like, I could think that, but I don't even really want to go there. I really want to go to, you in the Oval Office.
That's what I said.
We weren't going there though.
I
No. And I know you're
wasn't
not. I know.
either.
And
She
I'm not
was just
suggesting,
crashed.
and I'm not suggesting that you guys are. I'm just suggesting.
It's the
I'm just
Oval
saying
Office,
it.
exactly.
There are a lot of black people who,
That's what they did.
in their arguments, that's directly where you're going. And I've just gotten to the point where I don't like to use a race card unless it's really the only card there is to play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if that's all you got, then, because I don't run from that discussion. But if there's other things that we can point out and discuss, then I'd rather do that. You know what I mean? Like, Donald Trump's a racist. I don't want to do that. Donald Trump's an asshole. there's a difference. Just because you're an asshole don't make you racist. There's a lot of adjectives in between them two.
Exactly. Absolutely.
that
do fit.
That do fit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so, yes, I called President of the United States an asshole. I'm sorry, I did. I respect the office, and I don't think he's an illegitimate president based upon the rules that we have. He was elected the president. But based upon the things that he's done some asshole stuff.
Yeah.
He just has. We played a clip
Red
of it a little
flags.
while ago. You know what I mean? And for him to think that it's cool for her to be in there like that, I'll be honest with you, I don't think none of us is checking for Omarosa to be up in the office like that. Could you imagine? Honestly, let's play the race card for a minute.
I don't think she'd do it like that though.
Because you can say what you want about her, but she got class.
She got class. Yeah. First of all, she's not going to embarrass herself.
Exactly.
They ain't got nothing to do with Donald Trump.
Ain't got nothing to do with Donald Trump.
That's her.
She's not going to embarrass herself.
Nope.
To give anybody the room to be able to talk
Right.
about.
But let's just play this game. Let's play the race card. If she did, could you imagine?
Yo, it'll be slaughter.
Oh,
Saturday Night Live be
yeah.
going off again. I mean, that would be the worst than
Quick,
Bill
fast.
Clinton. That would be worse than Bill Clinton.
And she would have been fired immediately.
You're
Did y'all
weakest
hear?
link.
Did y'all hear what Don Cheadle said this week?
No.
Oh man, I'm about to drop a bomb on y'all.
Okay.
All right, so Don Cheadle and someone, anybody, pull your phone out and Google facts behind me. Damn, everybody pulled this shit out. God damn. But
Well, I'm gonna roll over this
Don Cheadle said that a friend's father, the friend is a famous white female famous. He didn't say actor, actress. He just said famous. A famous white female friend of his, that person's father was playing golf with Donald Trump years ago, a while ago. And Donald Trump asked this guy if he ever F-word and N-word.
Oh.
And he apparently felt comfortable speaking this way because in his mind, that's how we talk. Apparently, he said this in front of a white dude that don't get down like that with regards to speaking of other people this way.
Who said it? You said Trump said that?
Trump said that. President Trump said this to another white man who happened to be the father of one of Don Cheadle's friends.
Okay.
And this person was highly offended. The article that I read didn't allude to, and I'm going off the dome. If one of you guys have it in front of you, please, fact check me. But apparently this guy ain't about that life where he thinks it's okay to talk this way. He didn't check Donald Trump, but he ain't rock with him no more after that.
I'd have checked him.
In a bizarre series of tweets, Don Cheadle claims Donald Trump used racist slur with friend's father. This is People. Yesterday, 2:50 p.m. Twitter rant, actually.
Yeah, but it's kind of unsubstantiated. I mean, not saying that Don Cheadle has any reason to lie.
Yeah, it's he say, she say.
It's hearsay, which is inadmissible in court.
But we talking about the guy who did say that he wanted to grab her by the pee.
Yeah, but we heard
that
him
was
say that.
recorded.
And we heard him.
Yeah.
So
I'm not surprised. I wouldn't.
Do we think it's a
don't
leap?
doubt that he said this.
Do we think it's a leap? We don't think it's a leap.
A leap.
I don't think it's a leap.
It's not a leap.
I don't think it's a leap.
No. We find different ways to break down our president, and a friend of mine who is a Donald Trump supporter. Yes, we can be friends because he supports him. So what? Like, we're gonna be grown-ups here. Just because he supports the president doesn't mean I'm not gonna be the guy's friend. Like, seriously, let's be grown-ups. But he did challenge me to say something positive about Donald Trump. And I said, his daughter's smart. That's all I got.
Yeah. Fair. That's fair enough.
He has little hands.
That's positive.
Depending on what you're trying to pick up. If you need to get into tight places.
Behind the refrigerator.
I struggled because reality is I don't like Donald Trump. I don't support him. I think that we would be unwise to hope he fails. Like the Republicans said with Barack Obama was elected, we want him to be a one-term president. Well, anytime you got a one-term president, that kind of reeks of failure. You know what I mean? Like, the whole point of being a president is to be successful. And so if you don't get your whole 2 terms, it's probably because most of the country didn't think you did a good job, and you probably failed. The last 2 I could think of was the first George Bush and Jimmy Carter. And so with Donald Trump, if I'm in an airplane, I'm not going to say I don't like the pilot. I hope he fails. Because if he fails, I'm going to crash in that plane and be dead.
Yeah.
Well, in this case, if Trump, wait a minute, you said if he fails. I mean, I don't want him to have a second term.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
I don't want him to be around any more than the next person. However, it would be unwise, in my opinion, to root against someone who is leading you, whether you like them or not.
But why? Why would you say that?
Because
where is he leading you?
Because,
I mean,
success.
where is he leading?
No. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we need to have positive things come out of the presidency, or else we all fail.
Okay,
Right.
That's different.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though.
But you're assuming something positive. He's doing. Well, back to my question. What is he doing positive?
Well,
What
I
is he
haven't
going
seen it
to
yet.
do? Thank you.
None of us.
He doesn't look like he's
I
going.
haven't seen it
He's
yet.
not moving towards anything positive for this country.
Well, we still got a long way to go. I mean,
Look what he's done already.
No, I got you on that. But I guess the point that I'm making, and maybe I'm not articulating myself very well.
No,
but
I get it now. You want. We shouldn't root for his failure.
because it's bad for us.
Because it's bad for the country.
It's bad
like
for the
said,
country.
They're already laughing at us
around the world.
And if he
Yes.
fails, how does that make us look? You know what? I mean, let's just use North Korea for 1 second. If he fails, then what would North Korea do if he started to fail? If America is not showing
They about to
the
light it up.
strength and the prowess that we know that we have and
You're
we're
right.
supposed to have, and we're undecided about things that we're going to be doing, and we can't articulate how we're going to do these things, a lot of the stuff that we do is scare tactics. And if you can't scare 'em without pulling out that bomb and pushing the button,
Yeah,
I don't want him
buddy.
to have to sit there and put it in his hands to turn that damn key.
I don't think he's going to have a problem with that. He seems rather, this is what I want to do, so this is what's going to happen.
Oh, he's
that's
not gun
bullshit.
shy at all.
No, he's not.
He's still a punk when it comes to certain stuff. Business, it's a whole lot different in business.
That's
and-
what it is. If he has a business relationship, he's not going to mess it up. But we don't know what his business relationship is with North Korea because
Show
we
his
haven't
taxes.
seen his taxes.
Yeah.
I
This
mean,
man got elected, but the people who really elected him were not the majority of the people who, we want him, are the people who don't even keep up with that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the reality is, and Donald Trump supporters, translation, white folk, get mad when you say this, but the reality is, smart people didn't vote for him.
No.
I don't believe that. That's not true.
But follow me.
There are white
but listen,
people who are smart that voted for Donald Trump.
Listen to me. Follow me. The exit polls show, and this is something that you can look up, that the lower your education and the less smart you are, the more likely you're a Donald Trump supporter and you voted for him.
I understand that. You can make numbers say
The
whatever
higher
you want
your
them to.
education, the more
From a
education you
quantitative
have, the
research
smarter you
student,
are,
I
the
can
less likely you
create-
voted for Donald
I can
Trump.
create a poll to make that number say what I want it to say, and I believe that. I believe that. But what I'm saying is, there were some educated people who voted for Donald Trump.
I'm sure there was
Oh,
some
but we're not
dummies that
saying that they
voted for
weren't.
Hillary Clinton. I got you on. I got you on that.
Okay, we're not saying that they weren't smart
what
people.
I'm-
They
Of
were
course.
not. There were a lot of educated people who did,
Yes.
but the majority of the people who
Yes.
And not only
failed for
that,
Donald Trump's bullshit and rhetoric
Yes.
were.
Yes.
I mean,
less
until
educated.
you,
People that are about
Absolutely.
to lose their affordable care.
no, because they hate
Because
Obamacare.
They hate Obamacare. You're like,
But you know what? I mean, to your point, Donald Trump got more black people to vote for him than any Republican president since Nixon.
That's true.
Yes.
Since Reagan, actually. Yes, it's a fact.
Yes.
Yeah.
More black people voted for Donald
Yes,
Trump
they did.
than any Republican in like 30 years.
Yep.
Yes.
Sure did.
It's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
I was in the gym doing
Are
election
you kidding
night.
me? What poll is that? Who did that nonsense? Oh my goodness.
But no, it's true.
You know what it is with Donald Trump, though, Ty?
What's up?
Because he's a businessman,
Yeah.
he's convinced a lot of people that he's going to be good with jobs. And jobs is where people are really touched. They want to get back to work. And so as a business person, this is where, you know, like I give you a perfect example. Like somebody like me, I'm a novice when it comes to like real estate and stocks and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really get it and understand it and all of that. But as a person who can look at a situation and analyze, to me, I look back at the last two Republican presidents, and I'm including Donald Trump in this, and I'm looking at what's important to them. Donald Trump's a businessman.
Yes.
He
Absolutely.
creates businesses and he creates real estate. And so if you buying land and property, yeah, you probably gonna do all right.
Yeah,
and you
absolutely.
probably going to get a job if you need one because he's going to build some shit. Back to George Bush. He was an oil man.
That's right.
Yeah.
And what happened to
Overseas.
gas prices when George Bush was the president? They skyrocketed. You know why? Because he took care of his people.
That's right.
So it don't take a genius to figure that stuff out.
No.
And so if you look at Donald Trump, I'm going to tell you something. If he makes it through and doesn't get impeached, he might just get that second election.
You know what?
Absolutely.
Based off, you're right, because he's bringing a lot of the production jobs back. That is a positive thing to say about him. I will say that.
But even though he's bringing the production jobs back, does not necessarily mean they're hiring people to do those jobs.
But that's the other thing. Yeah, he's
Okay.
kind of forcing them. You want to you want to work overseas and not pay American people, then you're no longer going to get these tax breaks.
Right. So you need to bring the job back to the United States.
But you're right. They got to start hiring people too.
You want to get rid of something, get rid of NAFTA, because that's what started all this.
Absolutely.
That's what started all this. Like, I don't want to call up my cell phone company and talk to, Amir in India. No disrespect to Amir in India, but I don't want to talk to you.
No.
I don't understand you. I don't want to talk to you. You know what I mean? And you're in India. Why am I talking to you? I want to talk to Tyrone in Atlanta.
Because Tyrone can understand my plight.
No, he can't.
But I can talk to Tyrone.
But I can have a conversation with him and not go, huh?
But what you have to understand is after 9 o'clock, Tyrone's not available anymore.
Oh, that's true.
So
Whereas
why not?
Amir is,
Unless it's West Coast time.
Right.
Why
but
not?
it depends on the company that you call as well. Not everybody has a 24-hour call center.
It's
They
just,
try you that you can reach them 24 hours.
reality is, man, we as Americans, we so screwed. we really are. We just so screwed, and it's largely because we have an apathetic appetite towards always going to the polls. We only go to the polls every 4 years, and then we exhale, and we forget about 2 years from now. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to see a Trump backlash in 2018, and a whole bunch of Republicans are going to get voted out, and the Democrats are going to get the House and the Senate back, right?
We can
Well, you can
raise
say
our hands and-
you can say we and all of that stuff all you want, but I don't give a shit about them either. They purple people, wolves and foxes, both dogs. And they gonna bite you. They don't care about you no more than Republicans
No, they
do.
don't.
Absolutely.
So let's be clear. Let's be clear.
Independents are
Independents and libertarians. That's where we
messing
need to
up
be.
behind it. And if all people have to do is just vote for them, man. But you know
Independents.
what?
But not only that, they have to vote in every election, not
This is
just
what-
the major ones.
This is what I'm saying.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
with
I'm
every
not even-
election.
I'm not talking about the 4-year and the 2-year
Primaries,
one. I'm talking about the primaries.
local.
Dog catcher.
We've got local elections
Yeah.
coming up in what, July?
Dog catcher.
I think the city of Richmond does have local.
I think the
Yeah.
problem.
Elections
I mean,
coming
and I
up.
said
It's
this.
a couple elections coming up real soon, June and August, I do believe. I'm sorry, June and August.
I said this in the fall. You know what I mean? I did not like Hillary Clinton, and I couldn't. I went to the poll, and I swear I sweated. I literally did, because I knew that not voting for her could potentially give us Donald Trump. I knew it, but I just couldn't vote for it. I couldn't do it. I could not do it in good conscience. And I think it's unfortunate because there were a lot of people like me.
Oh, yeah.
There were a lot of people like me. Now, we are off the hook because she did win Virginia. But still, the Republicans and the Democrats are simply not for us. And what I was saying, back to the original point that I was going to make, is this two-party system is really, there has to be viable candidates from other parties to give people more choices that would make the blood and the cuz work harder.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like a libertarian. I know I voted as an independent, but I know based on my spirit, I'm a libertarian. I said this on I Got Something to Say on the Tavon show a couple days ago. I'm that dude that thinks that you should be able to go to a gay wedding with your pistol in your pocket, smoking a joint.
He put it all together.
He said it too.
Yeah.
And used the bathroom.
A unisex bathroom.
A unisex bathroom.
There you go.
Yeah, because at our house, ain't that a unisex bathroom?
No.
Absolutely.
Why are we tripping?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
man, the mindset of folks, man. Just
you've been going to porta potties at the jazz festival.
Didn't know they were unisex, did you?
Shoot.
You ain't know.
Oh, knew it the whole time. It's just like, look, do what we got to do here.
You know what I'm saying? You flip the switch, the moon gets full.
That's right.
Somebody's in there.
That's right.
And you
The moon is half. It's open. I mean, come on.
And you go to the handicap one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's cleaner.
And bigger.
Exactly.
I'm not handicapped, but
thumbs up.
I
pray no handicapped person comes in that
I won't
bathroom.
be that day. I want to clean the bathroom.
Oh, buddy, don't do it to yourself.
I'll pay the fine.
Just had this
I gotta go.
Yeah,
I don't want no trouble.
I just had this conversation with my son yesterday. He's in AP World History, and my parents were bugging because they're like, why is he talking like this? I'm like, these are the kind of conversations my 17-year-old, my 14-year-old have, and I have to sit there and talk to them and listen to it, and I get engaged with them. But they both said, why is our system so different than, the parliamentary system or some of the other government systems where it's not just 1, 2. You only have these two choices. People in other democratic places, their votes really count. There is no electoral college to count these votes towards that particular candidate. That's their whole thing. And I'm like, this is where we live, babes. Mommy can't afford to move overseas somewhere else. Sorry, but and the kids are talking about this in class. It's major. It's very interesting, especially now with this Trump debacle. That's what I call it.
That's all we can call it. We just saying peace to our brother Solo of All Throttle Radio. We're losing him, but much love. Be safe, brother. Yeah, #Step with Marcus J. Live from the Den. Legacy Internet Radio celebrating our 4-year anniversary. 804-402-2893 is the number to dial. Celebrating the 4-year anniversary of Legacy Internet Radio, and thank you everybody for rocking with us. We are going to, we can actually talk on this subject like all night, but we're not going to. We're going to take our final break of the night. When we come back, we're going to close it out with our rants, and we're going to close it out with our closings. I will have a word of history, interesting piece of history that I'm going to share. Some of you know it, some of you don't. Hopefully it gives you something that you can take. And of course, we will have a missing child. Everybody in the room will have an opportunity to rock on. You're listening to the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. We are live from the Den. I'm still number one. Be back in a few.
What up, everybody? It's your girl, Jody Smith, JMM, Jody Music Mixtape. It's a classic. Get at my dude, Marcus J, on Legacy Internet Radio. Ain't no half-stepping. Get your own JMM mixtape. Hit me up. Jody Smith on Facebook, Jody Music, Jody Music, or you can hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. They're both Jody_804. Get at me on YouTube. That's Jody the Artist. Check out some of my footage, some of my videos. You can listen in on SoundCloud, Jody Smith Music, or just give me a call at 1-262-JODY-804. That's 1-262-JODY-804.